We look, we always know you were funny. we was bullshitting around in school, having fun, being good kids. I always tell people like, you know what, we got into people got into some shit, but overall, we were good kids. You know what I mean? We were
Yeah.
good kids. We was just having some fun. So, was you thinking about going this direction while you was in school, or you was like everybody else, just chilling?
I was just chilling. I ain't, it ain't never like hit me. Like I always knew I was funny. You know what I'm saying? I was more or less just going through the motions at that time, like say high school and basketball and it wasn't even though I know I loved it, I would watch it and I remember Miss Banks, she would always say, boy, you act like you Martin Lawrence or something. You know what I'm saying? I knew I had it, but I didn't take it serious until like 2000, 2003 was when I really like, you know what? This it. And I took off and took that ride.
Oh man, we're gonna come back to that because you just said some just in that date time and time, you said something amazing. So again, you coming from the bricks, you had a very, very significant, pops in your life that was significant to not just you, but to the city of Newark and to the youngsters of
Yeah.
Newark. So Coach Holmes, your dad, I remember going to Spencer for a couple years and the small fry and everything that he did, and then
Mm-hmm.
going all the way to being a principal of a school. What was that like? Because I know you were just chilling, but you got your
Yeah.
dad who's setting the world on fire in Newark at that time.
Well, like see, it's funny, right? Because you know what I'm saying. As good as my pops was, as a coach and a teacher, I still was messing up. You know what I'm saying? Like my pops literally cut me from the basketball team like every year. He would be like, "Man, get the hell out, you ain't serious. Get out!" Like you know what I mean? I would have to go home. He's like, "Yo, go do your homework," and everybody else was taking basketball serious. Now, while they being serious, I'm in there making jokes. I'm in there playing. Like this ain't the time for that. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, like as serious as he was, and I'm talking about, we was winning championships
Yeah.
and running the city. He had the city on lock. You know what I'm saying? And me being his son of a coach who is like world renowned or city
Yeah.
renowned, and they looking at me like he can't play ball for shit. Like you know what I mean? So that's where I kind of developed a sense of humor because as people is looking at me, they talking cash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what
No.
to me. So it became like a defense mechanism. So that's
Yeah.
how I became good at hiking and talking about other people. You know what I'm saying? That was like you might be good at ball, but I could talk about you.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
that's where it developed that from the beginning. It was more or less like a defense mechanism, and I just became good at it.
Look at what you just said though, man. Because these kids now wouldn't be able to take it.
Nah.
They wouldn't be able to take that. Like you say, and your father ain't put you in some private school in another town.
Mm-mm.
You had to go to school with people you knew who was
Yeah,
playing
but
for your father.
yeah, they put me in Saint Benedict. You remember back in the days when you had them like them few days before you actually went back to school.
Yeah, yeah,
Like you go
yeah.
back like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Yep,
but then
exactly.
school really. Yeah, he
Yeah.
let me go to Saint Benedict for like 5 days for like the summer, from like August to like I think it was September or something like that. I didn't realize he had ran to play on me. You know what I'm saying? I went to St. Benedict for a couple of like a month or so, and then like what you want to do? I said, well, I'm gonna switch. I want to go to North Tech. I want to be around girls. Not knowing my mother, like man, he think he making a decision. We just ain't paying for no more D's. We ain't paying all this money for him to keep getting D's. I didn't realize it.
Exactly.
You know.
Nah, but that's the thing, man. And again, man, shout out. We know we just lost your dad not too long ago, a couple years ago.
Yeah,
But
rest in
shout out to
peace,
you
pops.
guys and shout out to Coach Holmes. Like I said, I wanted to
Yeah.
play. I went to Spencer from second, third, and fourth grade, right before small fry. But when I do
Mm-hmm.
take gym class and I'm playing and I'm seeing he like, yeah, you gonna play with me, you gonna play. But I ended up getting kicked out of Spencer, going back over my side of town. But I still, if you playing basketball, you had to know who your dad was. Then I went to Peshon, and he ended up being the principal of Peshon. And so
Yeah.
that was kind of cool, man. So I definitely wanted to make sure starting this out that we shouted him out and
Yeah,
and
most
what
definitely.
he did for our city, man.